Hello, Assalamu alaikum, namaste. Just a quick video, it's just spontaneous, and let's see what comes through. Um, so I wanted to address in the Muslim community the overemphasis of worshipping a God out there, and not placing enough focus of connecting to the divinity within. Even though in Surah Sajda in the Quran, God says that He fashioned you and breathed into you from His Spirit. So within each person is that spark of the divine. And along the journey of self realization, that is what we are trying to get to. It's within us. And it's removing all these barriers and all the games that the ego plays um, to keep us away from that. And, I would also call that your unique self or your unique expression of the divine. Um, and for Hindus, for instance, when they do the greeting of Namaste, it is basically acknowledging, the divinity within another person. But often Muslims find this really, really difficult. And even in our own tradition, when people have been on this journey of self realization and they have come to this point where they are living so much within that divine spark and they are experiencing themselves, the world, everything. They experience oneness, they experience states of bliss, and they can be in that permanently. And how then, when they call themselves God, because literally they're identifying with that divine spark within them. In history, we know people like that have been killed, saints, self realized people, by others who are still very much in their ego and have not done the work. And they may think they have done the work because they may be carrying out the rituals, praying 5 times a day, doing all of that, but they've not really connected with the divine, and do it both ways, visualizing the divinity as something outside, external, and internal. Um, and but I, having studied Islam, practiced Islam, being a part of various communities, very conservative communities as well. And actually, I was on a path of becoming an alima too, and I left for various reasons. I could just really energetically feel that something was not right in the teachings, in the way we are, you know, the way it's expressed. I think, one of the things is that the scholars and teachers that we are producing have not had a spiritual awakening. They do not recognize or understand the concept of oneness. Forget about having experienced it. And we are basically creating them um, from a fixed curriculum. They're just photocopies of each other. And that's the version that we are spreading out there, that we are all practicing. And again, like I said, we are not connecting with that spark that it's within us. It is literally within us, and we are always searching outside. And that's what, these scholars, these preachers, they pull you away from yourself, right? Yes, they can be useful, right? There are few genuine scholars out there, self-realized people, um, but you're being pulled away from that place within. Um, and so, yeah, I just wanted to say, um, you know, connect with that space within, recognize that currently we do not have scholars who, like, if you're going to go to a mosque, you're going to find these preachers online, these sheikhs, these ustads. Um, have they had a spiritual awakening? Or are they just, they're in this mental space and they are just repeating what they have memorized, and they've all just learned the same perspective, because you're literally not allowed to have your own exploration and bring that, right? Imagine every human being on this planet has a piece of God within them, and that's not allowed to be expressed in its genuine sense and brought to this world. So how much are we missing, right? We're experiencing God as this curriculum that these people have learned from, okay, and it's all in their mental space, and we're just very much ritualistic, and we get so scared of exploring because there's so much fear that's been placed within us, um, that we stay in this box, right? And we also misunderstand and judge other faiths and traditions. For example, I just talked about how we often in history have killed self-realized people within our tradition, or Sufis, we just place them outside of real Islam. But when Hindus talk about gods, or others may talk about gods or prophets, these are literally self-realized people who are living from that divine spark. Therefore, the word God, we get so, oh my God, right? Just take a deep breath and free yourself from the shackles that have been placed on your heart and on your mind. And if you're a Muslim, go back to Surah Sajda and find that verse where God said he breathed into you from his spirit. God does reside within you too. And the quickest and fastest, most wonderful, juicy way to discover God, to attain bliss, and to actually be able to express that in the world is by going within. And our rituals help to support that journey. They help to ground us. All right. Have a lovely day, and I'll see you again. Bye. Namaste. Allah Hafiz.